All right, hi everyone. I'm Niels, one of the co-founders of Mobilerun, and I'm pretty excited to show you today what we built with the cloud solution. So let's get straight into it. Let me quickly log into the cloud platform, and then we landing on our playground already. So the playground is for you to understand and test the agent capabilities itself to really get an understanding of how the agent works. Up here, you can just insert a task that the agent should do, and down here you can adjust all the settings the agent can have. For example, the model that the agent should use, um, the steps, max steps that he can use, and also the timeout. But you can also configure features like reasoning. So for very long tasks, for the agent, it's always good to use reasoning so it doesn't loops. And then you can also use the vision feature where the agent itself has the capabilities to do screenshots and really understands visual content. And you also have the option to use proxies for your app automations to route the traffic of the device itself through a different country, for example. Cool. And now you can also select apps that you want to have during the agent task run itself. For example, I have these three apps now. And I could select this for this demo now. And I could also configure credentials for the agent itself. So for example, if the agent needs to log in into the app with a username password, for example, I can also create credentials for that and select it here in the credentials field. And for this demo, I will now do the tasks, open up the little plus app and complete the onboarding, and then tell me the special offers of today. And for this, I can also configure down here the structured output of the task. For example, in this case, I would now say, okay, give me as a structured JSON output the special offers array of strings. And then I can just hit run. And what's happened now is in the background, a device gets spin up for your tasks, for your task that you configured with all the apps pre-installed that you selected here. And boom, now you can see the devices there. Um, and the agent just goes ahead with his task that I told him to, which is opening up the little app and telling me the offers. And you can already see he's going straight at this. So this is very cool. And while he is running, we can also check his status here in the next tab, which is called Tasks, where you can see all the tasks that you previously ran and also the task that is currently running. So, for example, this is my task that I currently started. You can even see the stream reattaching and see what the agent is still doing and see all the events that he's firing currently. Um, And you can also, like from previous tasks, see the whole trajectory of the agent itself and also the output. For example, this was a similar task that I run earlier, and you can see the whole trajectory that he has with the images. And also, you can download the whole trajectory of the agent itself or the output that he generated. And in the next tab, we also have an apps category. For example, we have a hosted app store for developers. If you want to get some apps, you can do this through our hosted app store here. But you can also request apps if you don't find them in our app store uh, here. So you can also upload your own apps if you want to for automating or testing your own development apps if you need that. And then we also have the option to create credentials, like I mentioned earlier. So in here you can add new credentials for apps that you installed into your workspace. For example, here I can just create another agent profile with the option of giving him an email and password, or even configuring a two-factor authentication secret for the agent itself to log in to the app. So these are all the features that we currently have. And because we are developer first, API first, you can obviously also create API keys here. I can create a new key here, call it demo3, for example. And with this API key, I can now go to our API reference documentation and just hit trigger all the API endpoints that we have. Um, the API docs are currently reachable at docs@Mobilerun AI. And up here, you can see the docs are coming soon, but here's the API reference for all the endpoints that we have. For example, you can list tasks or run tasks as a service and also get all the trajectories from the tasks, but you can also create and list all the credentials that you have and also list the apps that you have in your workspace. Or for example, you can also create webhooks if you need this. So webhooks, it's also here in UI where you can create them. It's a very convenient way of notifying you if the agent run itself is successful or was failed or is currently running. So it's triggering the status that is also seen in the tasks here. So great. And then now you can see my agent run from that I triggered earlier just completed. And you can see the output, which is the structured output here of the special offers of the day of the Lidl app. So my automation gone through successfully. Pretty awesome. If you don't want to have the API or trigger it yourself, you can even configure our MCP server if you want to. So you can just hook this into Cursor or Cloud Code or any other agent that you're using to make automated mobile agent runs if you want to do this. And yeah, I think this is pretty much it. We currently have 3 plans that you can have with different kind of credits and also with how many concurrent devices you can spin up. And yeah, I would say happy automating.